Hello dear students. So here we are going to start the new story, and that is his first flight. So here we are going to read about a bird. The story by Liam O'Flaherty. So here the story is written by Liam O'Flaherty, and is an account of a young bird that is afraid of flying for the first time, and he believes that his wings would not support him despite his younger siblings flying fearlessly with much shorter wings. He could not gather the courage to do the same. He was punished to stay hungry if he did not try. Thus, it was his mother that compelled him to fly by using food as a trap. So, the lesson reflects how one hesitates to take the first step, and that fear is all in the mind. If we dare, there is no such kind of fear. If we dare, we would conquer our fear. So, it is all in our mind. One should trust one's abilities because the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. So let's start the chapter, explanation of the chapter here. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and sisters had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Okay, so here's the explanation, dear students. Let's see the difficult words and their meanings also. Seagull is a bird that lives near the sea and has short leg, long wings, and white and grey feathers. Ledge means it is the edge of the cliff. Brink means extreme edge of land before a steep slope or a body or water. Now, expanse means a wide continuous area of something. So here the story is about a young seagull who is at that stage of life where he has to learn to fly. And unlike his younger brother and sisters, he is too afraid to fly. When all of them went for flying for the first time near the edge of the sea, all of them except him succeeded. He could not trust his wings. He got terrified by the vast sea and got convinced that he could never fly. As a result, he was ashamed and disheartened, and thus went inside the ledge where usually he used to sleep. Even when each of his brothers and sisters and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come around, calling him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. So here is the explanation. Let's see the difficult words. Flapped means what? Move up and down when fly or preparing to fly. Now, plunge means jump or dive, and muster means gather. Shrilly means with high pitched and piercing voice sound, and upbraiding means to scold. So let's see the explanation here. So his younger sibling managed to take their first flight despite their wings being shorter than his, but he could not summon the courage. Tough he tried so desperately. His courage. Okay, so though he tried desperately. Now what happens? He was scolded by his parents for not trying again, but he was so afraid that he could not even move. So what his parents called him, they called him shrilly, upbraiding him, means scolded him, threatening to let him starve. What they said, that if you would sit like that, you would starve for the whole night on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. But even though he could not move, he was so afraid that he was not able to muster the courage to fly. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sisters, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. Herring means what? A soft finned kind of fish. Devour means to eat quickly. Cackle means it's a loud sound or voice produced by the bird. Cowardice means lack of bravery. So what narrator says here, that was 24 hours ago. Now he had been alone for a day after he tried, because his parents were busy focusing on his siblings. And they helped his sibling master the art of flying and diving for food. His older sibling even caught his first fish, which he proudly ate at a rock while his parents celebrated it. That morning his parents taunted him all the way for being a coward. Okay, the sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous night. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge and, standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wings, he closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sisters lying on the plateau, dozing with their head sunk into their neck. His father was preening the feather on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again, she tore a piece of fish. They lay at her feet, and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and then again to wet it. Now see the difficult words first. Ascending means what? The act of rising up through the air. Preening means to tidy and clean its feather. Hump means a round raised mass of earth or a land. Scrapped means discard. So the sun had now risen, and he was feeling the heat more than even, because he was hungry. He was empty stomach since the night before. He stepped out of his ledge and pretended to sleep on one leg to gain the attention of his family. Still no one noticed him. Even his mother. His siblings were sleeping. His father was cleaning his feathers with the beak And what his mother was doing? His mother was standing on another plateau eating fish while she noticed him. The seagull got mad on seeing the fish because he was very hungry, and he loved to tear away fish and scrape his beak now and then. So, now see the next paragraph. Ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. Gao kola. She screamed back derisively. But he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so he uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out, eagerly tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outward and downward into space. Then a monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tip of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and upwards. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upward. Ga 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 ga. Ga kola. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him, screaming. He saw his two brothers and sisters flying around him, curveting and banking, soaring and diving. So let's see the explanation here. Okay, derisively means in manner expressing contempt or ridicule someone, or you can say in manner of showing someone that he or she is stupid. Now, what do you mean by plaintively? Means very sad. Uttered means make a sound with one's voice. Halted means stopped. So let's see the explanation here. He cried in hunger to his mom while his mother screamed back angrily, but he kept crying, which soon turned into a joyful scream at a sight of his mother flying towards him. When he saw that his mother is flying towards him, he was very happy that he was going to get food for himself. He got excited as she came nearer and thus leaned forward. So when he saw his mother that she's coming towards him, he was very much excited. And what happened? She came nearer and thus leaned forward. Suddenly she stopped not too far from him. Out of excitement and hunger, he dived at the fish without realizing for a moment that he was afraid to fly. So because he was very hungry, when he saw the fish, so at the sight of the food, he just didn't bother and he dived at the fish without realizing for a moment that he was afraid to fly. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless. Now what happened? But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. Now, with a loud scream, he fell outward and downward into space. Then a monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outward. Now the wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was now not falling headlong now. He was He was not falling headward now. He was soaring gradually downward and outward. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upward. Ga ga ga, ga ga ga, ga kola. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him, screaming. He saw his two brothers and sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. So these all are the kind of flying, the manner of flying. So let's see the explanation here, from here, with a loud scream. Now what happened? Just see the difficult meanings also. Monstrous means horrible, seized means to grab, headlong means with a head foremost, soaring means flying or rising high in the air, swooped means what? Move rapidly downwards through the air, and curveting means perform a series of jump on the hind legs. Yes, now here is the explanation. Now what happens? With a loud scream, he fell outward and downward into space. He got so excited that he fell as soon as he tried. Now, for a moment, then monstrous terror seized him. For a moment, he was afraid. He was seized for a moment, and his heart stood still. What happened? His heart stood still, and he could hear nothing. But it only lasted a minute. But just after a minute, he was in shock and stood still out of terror. And just after a moment, all this lasted only for a moment, and soon his feathers opened as he flied. He could feel the wind against his breast feathers, stomach and his wings. Now he could feel himself cutting through the air. It means what all means? What does it mean? That he started to fly. He realized that he could also fly. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outward. So now his wings spread outward. The wind rushed against his breast. Wind started running against his breast feathers, and then under his stomach and against his wings. So now he was learning all the ways of flying. He could feel the tips of his wing cutting together the air. He was not falling headlong now. Now he was not falling headlong. It means he just knew how to balance himself. Now he was soaring gradually downwards and outward, and he was no longer afraid. Now he started slowly and gradually. He was soaring. He was just trying to fly. Is the type of flying how he started flying downward and upward. First of all, he fell downward. He started soaring downward and then outward. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Dizzy means uncomfortable feeling of spinning around and losing one's balance. So just for a while he felt that he is losing his balance, but everything was fine later. Just after a moment, he was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings. Now he started flapping his wings once again, and he soared upward. Now he started flying upward. Soared means what? Flying upward. Ga 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 ga. Now he started producing. He was very happy that he started producing the sound like ga 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 ga. Now his mother also encouraged him by saying ga kola. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. Now his mother also encouraged him. Then what happened? He answered her with another scream. Now this seagull, the baby seagull, he answered his baby with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. So everyone in his family, they were happy for him. He saw his two brothers and sister flying around him, cavorting and banking and soaring and diving. So what does it mean? Cavorting means leaping like a horse, banking means flying with one wing higher than the other. So these are the types of flying. Then soaring and what is the last word here? And diving. So these are the kinds of flying. So they were just flying together, and it was the happiest moment for the family. Now then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. Now it was a happiest moment for him, and he forgot that he couldn't fly just before a moment, and commended himself to dive and soar and curve and shrilly. And now he was very happy that he was producing a shrill voice. He was just producing a voice like ga ga ga, and he was feeling happy for himself. Now he could dive, he could soar, he could curve, everything. Whatever his siblings were able to do, he could also do all such things. So this was the explanation of the chapter up to here. Rest of the paragraphs will be explained in the next video. Thank you so much, everyone.